And we should be recording now.
Okay. Well, thank you all for being here. I'm going to go ahead and call this session of the City of Sedro-Woolley Hearing Examiner to order. For the record, today is October 20th, 2025 at 10 a.m. We have one item on the agenda today. That's number LP 2025-236, which involves a request for approval of a preliminary plat to allow for the subdivision of a 4.71 acre parcel located at 423 North Township Street for a 22 lot planned residential development. My name is Peregrine Sworder. I'm a hearing examiner with Laminar Law, whom the city has selected to hold certain land use hearings like this one. And it's going to be my role today to collect evidence in the form of exhibits and testimony to determine whether this proposal complies with the city comprehensive plan, zoning ordinances, and the specific requirements for approval of a preliminary plat under the State Subdivision Act and the Municipal Code. To that end, I received and reviewed several exhibits in advance of this hearing. These include the staff report prepared by city staff, the application and project plans, a PRD checklist, materials related to the environmental review of the proposal, various notice materials, and a comment from the Washington State Department of Transportation. So I am going to go ahead and admit those exhibits into the record. If anyone has any additional exhibits that they want admitted into the record, just let me know when it's your opportunity to testify, and I will address admitting additional exhibits at that time. Speaking of testimony, all testimony today will be under oath or affirmation. Because were my decision to be appealed, the recording of today's hearing, along with the admitted exhibits and my written decision, would serve as the foundation for any such appeal. I may ask questions of those who are testifying here. I just want to ensure that I have a clear understanding of this proposal so that after the record closes, I am able to produce a decision that is hopefully clear and legally defensible. I believe the order we're going to follow is first we're going to hear from city staff, who's going to provide an overview of the proposal, along with any recommendations that the city may have. Following that, we're going to hear from the applicant and see if there's any additional information they feel that myself or members of the public should be aware of in advance of my decision being issued. And then normally we turn to members of the public. I don't think we have any here today. But if someone shows up and testifies, then I will turn back to the applicant and the city as necessary for any response. So I think with that, we can get started. I believe we have Nicole McGowan here on behalf of the city.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and get you sworn in. If you can raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth in the testimony you give here today?
I do.
Great. And did my summary of the exhibits track with what you're hoping I would review?
Yes, it does.
Great. So you can go ahead and proceed anytime you're ready.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, this proposal is for the Harwood Avenue planned residential development located at 423 North Township Street. The applicant is proposing a 22 lot single family subdivision under the planned residential development or PRD provision. All the lots would be single family lots, each at least 6,000 square feet in size. The property is zoned residential 5, where typically the minimum lot size is 8,400 square feet. However, the PRD regulations allow some flexibility in lot sizes as long as certain criteria are met. Specifically, no lot can be smaller than 6,000 square feet, and the average lot size across the subdivision needs to be at least 6,720 square feet. Staff have reviewed the plans, and they do demonstrate compliance with the size and dimensional standards for PRDs. The site currently contains a manufactured home and a few outbuildings, all of which will be demolished as part of the project. A new public street will be constructed to serve the development, which will require creating a new intersection with State Route 9. Because State Route 9 is under WashDOT jurisdiction, any work affecting the paved area of State Route 9 will require their review and approval. And you'll see condition 19 in the staff report clarifies that intersection improvements can only begin once the city's fill and grade permit is issued and after the applicant has shown that WashDOT has approved a channelization plan and the applicant has entered into a construction agreement with WashDOT. The project also includes a large open space and stormwater tract designed to serve a dual function, both as usable open space for residents and for stormwater detention. The applicant has proposed to dedicate this tract to the city, and several of the recommended conditions are aimed at ensuring that the detention system is designed to handle the occasional ponding that occurs on site, making sure that the open space is low maintenance and remains accessible for upkeep over time by the city. Staff did hear from a couple nearby residents who informally, off the record, expressed concern about seasonal ponding, and they wanted reassurance that water could be properly managed. So as part of the SEPA review, staff reviewed the environmental checklist and conducted a site visit. No critical areas were identified on site. The ponding appears to be a result of the site's historic agriculture and timber mill type uses rather than natural wetland conditions. Even so, we've included conditions to ensure that on-site infiltration and stormwater detention are adequate to manage drainage and prevent runoff onto adjacent properties. Overall, staff find that the project meets the requirements for a planned residential development, and we recommend approval with conditions as we've outlined in the staff report. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for your presentation here today. I do have a few questions for you. Just to be clear, my role here, this is a type 3 application that I'm providing a final decision for. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. I just saw some maybe outdated language in the PRD checklist that said that this would go to city council. So I just wanted to make sure I understood my role. And then you mentioned that the applicant is proposing to utilize the PRD provisions. If I understand those correctly, the density requirements for the underlying zone still apply, but that can be calculated on the overall parent lot, and there's an allowed reduction for the individual subdivided lots. Is that kind of the idea?
That's correct, yeah. Planned residential developments are allowed on properties that are at least 3 acres in size, and they allow for a variety of lot sizes. The density limitations, as far as how many units per acre you can have on the site, do not change.
Okay, great. And then can you just speak briefly to the surrounding development that exists in this vicinity? Is it primarily residential? And
I believe it's all residential.
fully developed?
Yeah,
Okay.
let me pull up the aerial map. I know that there is residential development, higher density residential development immediately to the north. As far as zoning goes, it's all residential size out there.
And then has city staff determined that the proposed development would be adequately served by water, sanitary sewer, and other services?
Yes, it's all available there. Yeah,
Okay.
and just confirming it is all residential surrounding this area.
Great, thank you. And then do you know, are there schools within walking distance to this development, or do you think students would be bused?
There is a school, maybe less than a quarter mile southward.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the new internal road would include sidewalks. Would those connect to existing sidewalk infrastructure?
Yes, it would. There's existing sidewalks along State Route 20.
Great. And then I believe that, so the stormwater management for the site, that'd be governed by the latest DOE manual.
Correct.
The city's adopted the 2024. Okay.
Correct.
And
And a
then
correction, I believe I said State Route 20, State Route 9.
And then as far as the additional traffic that'd be generated by this development, has city staff determined that the existing road infrastructure would be adequate to handle that traffic?
I believe so, yes, and I
In
think
other words, is the city not requiring a TIA?
I'll let engineering department cover that one. Peter Lane is on the line.
Okay, great. And then I guess the last question I have for you then is, just want to confirm that the MDNS has not been appealed, that that appeal period has passed.
Correct. We did not receive any appeal request.
Great. So I don't have any additional questions for you at this time. Was there another member of city staff then that wanted to testify?
Hi, good morning. I just wanted to weigh in on the traffic.
Great. Let me swear you in. I'll trust that you're raising your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth in the testimony you give here today?
I do.
Great. And if you could just state and spell your name for the recording and explain your role with the city.
Yes, my name is Peter Lane. First name Peter, last name Lane, Lane, and I'm the city engineer for Sedro-Woolley.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Lane. And then you wanted to touch on the
Correct.
traffic, I think.
Correct. We do have no concerns on the capacity of Township, SR9, and the surrounding roads to handle the additional traffic. The plan development does not rise to the criteria for us to require a impact analysis, and we have no concerns at this time.
Great. And then would the applicant be required to pay traffic impact fees for the estimated new trips or?
Yes, correct.
Great. Thank you. I don't have any additional questions about that. If there's anything else you wanted to comment on, you can do so.
I do not have anything else.
Okay, great. And so does that conclude city staff members that were testifying here today, Nicole?
Yes.
Okay. Great. So who do we have on behalf of the applicant?
I see Austin Harris and Michael Sherwood are online. They're the applicant party.
Okay, great. Did one of you want to come on the record?
I didn't.
Okay. Who do we have here?
This is Michael, sir.
Great. Let me go ahead and get you sworn in if you can raise
Oh.
your right hand.
Oh, I said I did not.
Oh, you did not. Okay.
Austin Harris has his hand raised.
Okay. Let's go ahead and let me go ahead and get you sworn in if you can raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth in the testimony you give here today?
I do.
Great. And if you could just state and spell your name for the recording and explain your role with this project.
My name is Austin Harris. First name Austin, last name Harris, Harris, and I am 50% owner along with Michael Sherwood. And I don't really have anything pressing to go over. I was just confirming that everything that I did hear from Nicole and Peter at the city there was right along with what we are planning for this development, and just have hopes of bringing a good quality single family development to the city. And I really have nothing further. Everything seems in order.
Great. Did you have a chance to review the conditions that were recommended by city staff? And would you have any issue complying with those conditions?
I do not know. Everything looks fantastic.
Great. Well, thank you for being here today. Let me go ahead and turn back to the city. Just want to confirm that no members of the public have logged in here today.
That's correct. No members of the public.
Okay, great. And any last thoughts on behalf of the city before I close the record?
None from me.
Great. Well, thank you. With that, I will go ahead and adjourn this matter. I want to thank everyone for participating today. And it's my intention to issue a decision on this application within 10 business days of the record closing here today. So thank you again, and I hope you have a great day.
Great, thank you, Peregrine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
you.